Here with Coach David Howes of Rio Rancho High School, and after a great workout, the intensity's up, chemistry seems there, boys are working hard. Tell me a little bit, just to start off, just tell me a little bit about this group.
Well, this group, last year we were real senior heavy on offense and junior heavy on defense, and this year we're the other way. We're senior heavy on defense and junior heavy on offense, and so I think that we got to put it all together. But right now, our team motto right now with this group is chemistry and balance, and everybody doing their jobs and not worrying about everybody else's job. And I think that's with this group, everybody's getting that concept is balance on offense, balance on defense, and simplifying things defensively, simplifying and progressing a little bit offensively to the run, and we're going to be able to do both, but more balance is really the concept of this group. But team chemistry is obviously the strength of this team, and these guys work really well together, and we're here to prove people wrong about a down season. That's what they said about us last year, and that's okay. I think that our guys are take a game at a time and progress, and this team is all about chemistry and balance.
How are things going for you? This is your second year kind of getting into the mix. Last year, successful season. You guys go out, win the district, beat Cibola. That was a huge game. And just how are things going for you? How are you getting settled in, and how's the coaching staff and everything like that?
Well, luckily I've been here now 8 years, and settling in hasn't been the big issue. Is getting all the administrative stuff handled and not sacrificing being out in the field and doing what I do best, and that's coaching players and positions and defense and offense. And I'm just a lot more scattered through offense than I've ever been in the past, as well as defense. But it's going great. I mean, right now I feel like I'm a year ahead of where normal coaches that come in and take over a program usually takes 2 years, and going into that third year, everything's real standard and going. I got a great coaching staff. These guys have really stepped up to the challenge. They're here year-round. I got 5, 6, 7 coaches here every single day in off-season, and that's all. Our team motto is there is no off-season, and everybody kind of has that, including the coaching staff. So it's made my transition very easy, and I feel like this year I'm where I want to be. Is I feel comfortable out there coaching and not having to worry about all the administrative stuff.
Obviously, the defense is going to be the position of strength. Talk a little bit about some defensive returners that are coming back and kind of what this defensive group brings to the table.
We bring back all 3 linebackers, John Hales, Jackie Satriana, Paul Jaramillo. We've got a good group right behind them of juniors. We bring back all the defensive linemen. We have some new talent there in the DB backfield. Bo Brown's going to be working in there, and you also have Dallin Brady and John Jones. He's working a little bit over there too. So we've got some new guys defensive back wise, but Tim Foley and Gino Satriana, they're both back at the safeties, and they're able to control traffic back there. So bringing back 8 guys on defense is always a good thing, and it's a comfortable position to be in. But we got to make sure all those juniors that are filling in are ready as well. So we're going to be working in some juniors and making sure that we create, we're 2 deep instead of just 1 deep like we were last year.
Swapping over to the offensive side, obviously losing players like Tyler Baker, Adam Shapiro, Jarek Magnin, that's the looming question mark. Who's going to replace those guys? Has a quarterback spot been filled yet? Have those receiver spots been filled yet? What's going on in that area?
Right now we've had to move some people around. Obviously, that's our weak point. Quarterback is our weak point, and when I say weak point, I don't mean talent-wise. I mean experience-wise, and we've had to pull Tim Foley over and have him run some quarterback, and Brendan Hill is also working in and fighting for that job, and we also have Austin Patterson, which is our sophomore quarterback. He's working in, and we have an 8th grader that's been getting some reps, but that's just for his future. But when you look at it, I think we're pretty sound when it comes to quarterback at this point. I think we're really upgraded at the 3-back position, because what was 1 or 2 guys, we've got six 3-backs, which is our tailback. We bring back a lot of experience at the receivers. We've got a kid, Joseph Gonzalez. He can really fill in route-wise and hands-wise for that Jarek. And I think that Zach Rogers, he is an outstanding receiver. He's a hybrid between Jarek and Adam. He runs Jarek's routes and has hands like Adam. So I think he's a great one as well. So offensive line will bring back Josh Baggett and Matt Martinez and filled in 3 others. And and I think they're doing really, really well at this point. And they're all juniors. So, we have a young offensive line, but at the same token, an experience. Some of those sophomores that played last year have some experience this year, and I think that while young, we're a whole lot better. So I think, numbers-wise, only bringing back 3 guys on offense looks terrible on paper, but I'm pretty comfortable with what we have right now.
Talking about players to emerge, is Robert Coleman at the 3-back position, is he a player that, we could see maybe have a breakout season towards midseason? I mean, is he that guy? Or there's
Absolutely.
some other guys?
I think that's a great summary of Robert Coleman. He played a lot of JV last year. He had a tough transition from Ohio and getting used to this system and making friends and all that kind of stuff. Just a transition to moving to Mexico. But now that he's comfortable and he's really establishing his role and getting healthy and that sort of thing, I think that you're going to see him towards midseason really coming along. And, you still have Mike Calzada and Frankie Morlock working in there as well. And one of those guys is going to definitely make some noise. But we're anticipating Robert being pretty sound come mid-season on. And like I said, he's going to be a junior, so he's got a ways to go.
Last few questions. Just your overall thoughts on the district. I mean, it's a new district landscape, and it makes for better football because we have 4 power districts and 1 kind of wild card. Because someone's going to be good out of Valley, Rio Grande, those teams.
Absolutely.
You know that. And this year with the addition of Volcano Vista and Cleveland being their second year, I mean, what are your thoughts on the district? Are you excited? I mean, what is it kind of just? What are your feelings on that?
Well, in the past, people have really watered down our success in the district because of opponents and that sort of thing. But Cibolo's always been a fantastic team and a strong team, and I think that we've really controlled that district. Cleveland being new last year, we've really established the tone there. So I'm very confident with our positioning in the district. But this district, to me, is the second best district in the state, depth-wise, and with how many teams that you have that have the opportunity. And in my personal opinion, I think this district has as much of a chance as anybody else producing a state champion. And I just, that's respect for this district. I think it's respect for Volcano Vista and Cibola and Cleveland and ourselves. I think we have as much potential to make some noise. That La Cueva and Manzano and El Dorado district, Sandia district, obviously is a power district at this point. So I think that we have as much opportunity, as much respect as those districts. And I think you can look for any of those districts, including the South District, to really make some noise. So I think it's up in the air, in my personal opinion, and I think it wouldn't be a surprise to me to see somebody from our district make a run at it.
Cleveland is in their second year. Now there's a lot of hype just with the storm kind of coming in, and it's their second year, and there's a lot of hype, and it's going to be a great rivalry. And you have the Artesia Carlsbad, you have the Mayfield Las Cruces, you have the La Cueva, Manzano, La Cueva, El Dorado rivalry. Could that rivalry kind of be the next big thing? I mean, do you feel it in the city? Do these kids get excited about it? I mean, what is your take? And it's going to be an exciting football. I mean, what are your takes just on Cleveland?
When you talk about Las Cruces and Mayfield, and you talk about El Dorado, Manzano, and La Cueva, you always have to deal with the transfers and boundaries and all this stuff with who's going where and Civil War type things and friends playing against friends. It's a great rivalry, and every year it's going to get better. People say worse. I'm worse meaning more aggressive, a lot more emotion. That's a good thing in my eyes. I welcome the rivalry. I love rivalry games. I've always loved our games with Cibola. It's always been a very strong, very tight race every single year, and it's always an outstanding rivalry. But with Cleveland, I think that now we have 2 rival games in our district, and our kids look at it that way. Our kids want to beat Cibola, and now they want to beat Cleveland, and they're a heck of a team on paper. They are loaded everywhere, and so I'm sure there is a lot of hype, and I'm sure there is a lot of expectations over there. But at the same token, we've controlled this district, and they've got to beat us, in my personal opinion. And I think that we are the team to beat, no matter what any polls say or anybody says. You still got to knock us off the pedestal, and I hope our kids and we all answer that challenge. But that's what a rivalry is, and the split hurt us a little bit depth wise, and it hurt us a little bit losing kids, and so there's a lot more emphasis on that rivalry. It's very exciting, and I think that I have nothing but respect for Coach Potter and Cleveland and what they're doing. But I look forward to that rivalry, and our kids do too.